If you read the title of this video, you know what the topic's going to be for today. As much as I love my team, and as much as I'm going to bleed black and gold for the rest of my life, 2018 was a rough year for this team. And having one of the best offenses in the league and not making the playoffs is absolutely embarrassing. It honestly is. But, you know, there are some good things to take away from the season, but mostly there are bad things to take away from the season. And what we got to do moving forward, it's definitely going to change. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about the 2018 season. Pretty much, this is my last Steelers video, probably until next August or September when I do pick 'em predictions. But I will say, guys, one more thing is I'm still going to do hockey video. I'll do a hockey prediction video. I'll do a baseball one. But football, after this week's playoff predictions, this is the last football video on this channel for a good long while. This is going to be the last football video for a very, very long time. Probably until 2019, probably until August or September, but don't expect me to make another video. So I'm just going to address a lot of things in this video. And come with it as you want. Like, literally think of it as you want. But you know what? These are my honest thoughts. I'm going to say what I need to say. And if you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. Then this video is not for you then. So, yeah, Tomlin, I can't stand this guy. I really can't. And I've made my thoughts clear on this guy time and time again. It's time to fire him. I really think he should fire or retire soon because my patience with him is gone. I cannot respect this guy anymore. I cannot give this guy, say this guy's my head coach. I really can't because Tomlin is an absolute idiot. He won with Cowboys players, and I've said that time and time again, and I was 100% right. He won with his Cowboys players. And since then, yeah, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything. And this year proved how bad he is. Playing down the competition again and again and again and again. And I don't even want to get into this game today. You know what? I really don't because this game was absolutely terrible. Scoring 3 points in the first half against the Cincinnati Bengals? Are you kidding me? Without a top wide receiver, without our top two wide receivers, I'm sorry, and just letting Jeff Driscoll look like a decent quarterback. Yeah, Tomlin, I'm done having you as my head coach. I'm not even going to consider it because I really don't even want you in the same breath as a Steelers head coach. I just hope tomorrow that you get fired because that's what you deserve. You deserve to get fired, along with Keith Butler. But knowing the Steelers, it's not going to happen. We're going to keep Randy Fichtner because Randy Fichtner is a much, much better head coach than Todd Haley. He's much better offensive coordinator. Let's get that out of the way. Todd Haley deserved to get fired from Cleveland because he's absolutely terrible. He holds offenses back. Randy Fichtner gave Ben Roethlisberger his best season passing-wise, but unfortunately also gave Ben one of his worst seasons in regards to turnovers. He has 16 interceptions, led the league this year. It's embarrassing. We didn't deserve to make the playoffs this year. You know what? We really didn't. When you can't beat Denver and Oakland and barely make it through Tampa Bay, you really do not deserve to be in the playoffs. I will give credit where credit is due, though. I will say the Steelers did beat the Patriots, so there's that. Because Tom Brady's not going to last much longer. He really isn't. Give Tom Brady maybe one more year, not even. I say if they get absolutely blown out in the playoffs, that they're probably going to get blown out by the Texans, which I'll get into my playoff video eventually when we do our playoff picks. But Tom Brady's done after this year. I really think he's going to be done. Either this year or next year, he's done. It's time to put the thoughts in perspective here. The change in the guard is happening in football. It really is. Soon, Ben, Eli, Rivers, Brady, Breeze, and many of these other older quarterbacks, even Joe Flacco, they're gone. They're going to be gone from the NFL. And by that point, you know what? It's right now getting to the point where I really am not starting to care. I'm really not caring about football as much anymore. The love for football for me is dying every single day. It is. Especially today, it killed a lot of my passion for football, especially for watching it. Not as much reffing it. Reffing it is a lot of fun because you can influence the game. You can help have a part of it. When you're watching a game sitting at home and you have no control over it, it's not fun anymore. It doesn't get to the point where it's fun because you have to criticize the game. It's getting to the point where I criticize almost every call. Like, you could have called so many things. These referees, I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. But they have their own system. But you know what? I've said way too much about the NFL. They screw us way too many times this season. You blew it against the Chargers, which you should have won. The referees blew it bad. And screwed us against the Saints. And I don't know what it is this year, but officiating and just bad coaching just killed us this year. Bad coaching more often than not. Tomlin needs to go. Butler needs to go. And people are going to say, oh, they're top 10 defense. No, they're not. They're garbage. I don't care that we led the league in sacks this year. I really don't care. Because you know what? Our defense is trash. Our secondary is garbage still. Joe Hayden is doing everything he can, but Artie Burns needs to get the fuck out. That's number one. And the second thing is we need to improve overall our safety. Like Sean Davis, I give him some credit. He's a decent player, but if he doesn't continue to play better, then he needs to go. I'll give him one more year. Sean Davis, you got one more year for me. You had some ups and downs this year, but you don't perform this next year, you're done, dude. I'm sorry. Then we have Terrell Edmonds. You know what? Your first year, not a bad first year, but there's still a lot of room to improve for you. Probably our best cornerback is Mike Hilton. I will say that. He's probably our best cornerback. He's young. He's strong. I love this guy ever since I saw him free agency 2 years ago. I mean, in the preseason, I've loved this guy. He has such great effort, and he needs to start. He needs to be a starting cornerback. And I think definitely where he's at right now is good. He's probably our best cornerback because Joe Hayden is not going to last very long. He isn't. He's got a few more years left, but he's looking to hand down the torch to somebody. And we don't have a guy right now that can really take that except for Mike Hilton. There really is no cornerback on our team that can take that mantle. Our defensive line and linebackers, we have one of the best front sevens of football. I will give it that. But not having Shazier this year really killed us. It did, especially since our defense was one of the best in the league when Shazier was playing. Ever since that injury, our defense has never been the same. We have never recovered. And this year was pretty bad. Offense, there definitely needs to be some changes. We need to find a second or third down running back because Jalen Samuels, decent first year. When you came in, you played really well, except for one game where it was the Raiders game, but we really didn't optimize the run that well. But we got to get better at the running. James Conner is great. I love James Conner. I'm excited for him, but we need to find a backup. We really do. Why not go after Leonard Fournette? They just violated. I mean, he just removed voided his contract guarantees in Jacksonville. Why not go after him? He could be decent for us. Give him a little bit of time. Why not Jay Ajayi? I think that's a good move too. You can get Jay Ajayi. That's a great pickup right there. That'd be another good option. Wide receivers, obviously not. Wide receivers also did really well. Eli Rogers, when he came back in, for the time he came in, he was okay. I don't think he'll be back next year. I don't think that – who else is – I think James Washington still needs a lot of work to do, but he's not looking good so far this year. He's had some decent games. Against the Patriots, he had a really good game. But I'll give James Washington a few more years. I think he's got some promise, but he needs to improve this offseason. AB and Juju, you really can't say more about them than those two. James Washington could definitely be a good third piece. Then, if we really want to add somebody that could be a good mentor, let me say this. I think we should realistically go for Larry Fitzgerald if he's not going to retire. If Larry Fitzgerald retires, then there's not much we can do. But I really think we should go for Larry Fitzgerald if he chooses to leave the team because his contract is up. And he has a chance to go to a team and actually get one more run in. And I realistically think that Larry Fitzgerald wants to come back home to Pittsburgh and play one more season because he's given the Cardinals so much, and yet they go into Pittsburgh for one more season, for one last run. That's what I realistically think should happen. But other pieces, offensive linemen, Marcus Gilbert and Ramon Foster both need to go. They both need to get the hell out of here. Marcus Gilbert is so injury prone, it's terrible, and he is just eating cap space. And Ramon Foster is a penalty machine. He costs us so many penalties, especially in this game today. He costs us so many penalties. Ramon Foster, Marcus Gilbert, get out of here. Let Chunwell Okafor and Matt Fair develop because they're much better than you. Matt Fair, for stepping in for Marcus Gilbert, did a great job. He's definitely got a bright future with us. BJ Finney, I definitely like him too. He's very underrated. He got him as an undrafted free agent for Kansas State a few years back. He's a really underrated lineman. Our offensive line is going to be in good shape next year, so I'm not really worried about that. Ben, I know he just said he's playing next year, so that's not a big concern. Let me see what else. Special teams, keep Matt McCrane. Chris Boswell needs to go. That is the biggest thing. I loved what I saw from Matt McCrane this game. Even though he was perfect 3 for 3 and he did have his extra point. Matt McCrane, keep him, dude. He's pretty good. I like for what I saw from him. But I will say I do need to see more. But, Matt McCrane, for what I saw, good job. You were our MVP for this week, so good job. You earned a starting spot. I even think we should have kept Randy Bullock, but not going to happen anymore. What else is there? That's really it for the Steelers. I think we could go get Marquette King. I think that'd be a good move. Even though I did see it in Madden earlier, but I think this would actually be a really good move. Let's cut Jordan Berry, get Marquette King from the Broncos. I think that would be a great move. We need an athletic punter, and we need a guy that's better than Jordan Berry. Jordan Berry's okay, but he's not great. So let's go get Marquette King. So that's why I really think for that for special teams. Long snappers, not really anything big concern. But going into next year, there definitely needs to be some changes. I think Keith Butler should be fired. Tomlin is not going to get fired, unfortunately. As much as I hate to say it, he's not going to get fired. It sucks because I want him gone, but I would love to see Tomlin fired. Tomlin gets fired, I'd be celebrating, drinking a ton, and just be overall happy. But knowing the Steelers, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Now, I think Tomlin should go to Tampa Bay. Realistically, I would have loved to see Tomlin go to Tampa Bay because they just fired Dirk Koetter. And I knew that was going to happen. I knew they were going to fire him. Why not go to Tampa Bay, Tomlin? So you could play there. You actually would. That's where your former team was, as your former coach. But when you were coached under Tony Dungy, I think you should really go there. I think that'd be a good move for you. But knowing the Steelers, it's not going to happen. As much as I would like to say Tomlin's going to get fired tomorrow, I would love to say that, but no, it's not going to happen. And I would love to go to Tampa Bay, but because he would get the job immediately if he went to Tampa Bay. He would get the job immediately. But as much as I want to say that Tomlin should be gone, he did have the good game against the Patriots, and I will give him credit for that. He did have a good game against the Patriots, but the rest of the season was completely awful. It was awful. You played terribly. You played terrible down the competition, and yeah, just not a good year for you. So now that I addressed some of the off-season stuff that we need to do, here's what I think for off-season predictions. I'm going to do a little off-season prediction. I think the free agents I think we're going to sign. I think we should sign Larry Fitzgerald. I think we should sign Marquette King as a punter, our backup punter. I think that me go ahead and see. So I think we should go get Patrick Peterson. I think that would be probably the biggest thing. Go get a cornerback to help Joe Hayden. And I think Patrick Peterson is getting his contract is gone after this year. So yeah, I really think that hold on one second. Sorry about that. But yeah, Patrick Peterson, I think we should go get him in the offseason. Larry Fitzgerald would be great too if he does decide to come back. But if there was another wide receiver I think we should go get, realistically, I think we should go after, hold on one second. Go ahead and see here. Let me go take a look here. Because I actually have my list here. Oh, get out of here, stupid. I think we should go realistically. If Larry Fitzgerald's not available, I think I would like to see us go after Randall Cobb. I think that would be a pretty good move, even though I think the Packers will end up signing him. Golden Tate, that would be a decent pickup. I would like to see that. Kevin White wouldn't be a bad option either. But Ryan Switzer, I think we will end up keeping him. I think we will. But that's mainly the big free agent I realistically see us getting. And then maybe if we get a linebacker, that would be nice too. Let me take a look, see what linebackers. Because I definitely think probably our corners. Let me take a look here. Yeah, because cornerback, Patrick Peterson's probably the big one. And I know Le'Veon Bell, he's probably loving it right now. But yeah, I want to see Le'Veon Bell just go to the Jets and he absolutely killed. If we don't get Patrick Peterson, I want to see us go after Kareem Jackson probably, or Buster Skrine. That would probably be some good, or heck, maybe even Earl Thomas, but I think he wants to sign the Cowboys, but you never know. Because I know Cody Senzel will probably be gone after this year. So NFL draft, we have the 20th pick. We do have the 20th pick. Yeah, no, do we? Yeah, we do have the 20th pick because we have the tiebreaker over Tennessee. Let me see who we can get. I probably would say we can go get. Hold on 1 second here. I really think we should go after. If I had to go really for a top prediction for our draft, I think we should really go for either I think we should go for probably a right tackle or probably a cornerback, because we did get because I do know we do have the 20th pick in the draft, so because there are definitely going to be some interesting things going on. So they say we're going to get N'Keal Harry from Arizona State. No, I don't think we're going to get him. I think we're going to probably get someone a little bit better. Maybe Greg Little from Ole Miss. That'd be a good pick. I definitely would think that would be a really good pick. Or maybe we go trade up and get a top draft pick. That would be nice too. But A.J. Brown from Ole Miss would actually be a pretty good prospect too for us to get. Oh yeah, another player I think should be gone. I think should be Jesse James. I think Jesse James, he's a decent player, but Vince McDonald's way better. He could be a good backup tight end. I think he'll be a good backup tight end, so that's why I think we should keep him for just a bit. But yeah, we need to get cornerbacks. We need to get some offensive linemen, and I think we should really go after a backup running back as well, like a third top-tier running back for free agency as well. I think we could sign Jay Ajayi. I think we got the cap space, and we also got the free agent, the franchise tag, which we did not use because of Le'Veon Bell. But going into next year, there's definitely some changes that need to be made. But the Steelers right now, we need a lot of work. And to make it into the Super Bowl next year, we're going to have to do a lot of big things. Our schedule is going to be pretty interesting. We have let me take a look here. We for the 2019 NFL schedule, we have the following opponents. Let's take a look here. Who do I think will be in the Super Bowl? I'm going to say Chargers and Saints is my prediction. That'd be a really good prediction. But yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, sorry, I just pulled the check, guys. So, realistically, our schedule next year, we got the AFC East and the NFC West as our opponents, along with the Chargers and the we'll be playing active Chargers, and then we'll be playing home against the Indianapolis Colts. Will be our home team. And, you know, it's not a bad schedule, realistically, because the Baltimore Ravens, they have to go play the Chiefs, and they have to play at Kansas City again. Not only have to play them again, but they also have to play the Texans. Those are two tough teams, and that would definitely give us two tough advantage. But, you know, getting second in the AFC North is not terrible. Cleveland will actually do a lot better, I think, as well. But some of the big games we got next year, home against the Rams, home against the Seahawks, at the Chargers, at the New England Patriots, the Browns, Ravens, Bengals, I already said that. Home against the Colts. We have a decent enough schedule, and I think if we make the right pieces, we can get back to the playoffs. Because Baltimore, this is a one-time thing. You guys are going to get into the playoffs, get blown out by the Chargers, and then guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a terrible sophomore slump and go 6-10 because your schedule is going to be brutal. Not only do you have to play at the Los Angeles Rams, you have to play at Seattle, you have to play at Kansas City, home against the Texans. I think you also have to play the Patriots at New England. You guys are screwed. Your schedule is going to be brutal. Let me take a look here. Let's take a look here. Because I actually had their schedule pulled up. So they got the home against the Patriots, but they do have to play in Miami, which is never an easy challenge, at Buffalo, which Buffalo I think will be a lot better. And yes, they do have to play the 49ers at home. That's going to be a tough challenge too because they got Jimmy Garoppolo back. Yeah, you have to play at the Los Angeles Rams, Seattle Seahawks on the road with the Dolphins and the Bills. Bills are definitely going to be better this year. Like, people are saying, oh, the Bills are going to be garbage. You know, the Bills have a very underrated team. Josh Allen has surprised the hell out of me. He's a pretty good player, and I will give him that. He's really, really good. And definitely give him time, but Josh Allen, I think, could be a stud. Because the AFC East, when Tom Brady retires, you know how bad the Patriots are going to be? The Patriots are going to be garbage. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league, I guarantee you. Because I think right now, if you're a Patriots fan and Gronk's done after this year, you guys are screwed. Because Tom Brady's not going to be able to carry your team like he used to. Like, he had lost 5 games on the road this year. 5. You lost 5 games on the road to underwhelming teams. You lost to the Jaguars, to Detroit, and guess what? You lost to the Steelers too. So, there's that. And then you also have who else did they lose to on the road? It's coming to me. Give me a second here. The Dolphins, and they lost one other game on the road. Give me a second. I think they lost didn't they lose to someone good? I know they lost. But I know the road schedule is absolutely awful. Like, their road. The Patriots fans, be lucky. This is your last good year because you're going to play the Texans and get crushed. They lost to the Titans as well. You lost to the Titans, who are 1 game shy, but you know they lost Marcus Mariota. So AFC South's going to be good next year. And they're all going to be tough tests next year. But the Ravens' schedule is going to be brutal. Yeah, have fun next year, Ravens, when you go 6-10. Because your Terrell Suggs is done after this year too. Terrell Suggs is being gone. Your defense is overrated as shit. I'm sorry, your defense was overrated. You let Baker Mayfield completely dominate you guys for the most part. You got lucky. You won lucky because that touchdown that should never happen. That should have been a touchdown for the Browns. So have fun getting blown out of the first round, Baltimore Ravens. Have your AFC North crown for literally 2018. It's a fluke. You guys are going to be bottom dwellers next year because the Bengals actually could be better than you guys next year because they're going to get a lot of players back. Another thing I will say is Vontaze Burfict. I cannot wait to see him retire because, yeah, it's going to be terrible. Who has better defense? Bears easily. Ravens defense is going to get exposed by the Chargers. I'm picking the Ravens to get absolutely blown up by the Chargers right now, 38-13. Chargers are going to come into Baltimore and blow them out. They got lucky that first game when they played Week 16. Now the Chargers actually have footage of playing Lamar Jackson, and they're going to adjust. Have fun being one and done, Baltimore. This is not going to last very long. Pittsburgh, if we make the right moves, we can be a realistic, dominant team next year, a number one seed easily. Not only do we not have to play the Chiefs next year, we don't have to play the Texans. Our schedule is actually a lot more favorable than people think. The Colts, yeah, I don't think they're going to get past the Texans. Their defense is okay, but it's not great. Do I think the Eagles can beat the Bears? Unfortunately, I don't think so. I think the Bears' defense is too good. Eagles can surprise a lot of people, but I just don't think that they're going to win. I just really don't think that they're going to go into Chicago when it's going to be in the 20s and expect to beat the Bears. I really don't think it's going to happen. So I think the Bears are just too good right now. But I'm going to get more into that in my playoff picks. But going into next year, I will actually post a schedule prediction. I'll actually do a schedule prediction, which I like to do from time to time. But is there anything else we really want to talk about for this team? Because much as I'm a diehard Steelers fan, I'm glad to not be thinking about football for a good while. I may watch the playoffs. I probably won't. I probably have better things to do. Like I have make some money with reffing and other stuff. But I may catch the Super Bowl. You know, I'll probably watch the Super Bowl, but I probably won't even care because as long as it's the Chargers, I would like to see the Chargers realistically win the Super Bowl. That's probably what I think. I think if this is the year, it is the year for the Chargers because the Chargers can go into Kansas City and win. And they can go into New England and win. This Chargers team can definitely do some things. If the Patriots lose in the second round and if they lose in the second round, the Chargers, I think, will win the AFC. I realistically think that he'll do. Because my early playoff prediction will be Chargers beating the Ravens, Texans beating the Colts, Texans beating the Patriots, Chargers beating the Chiefs. So it would be Chargers, Texans. I personally like to see that. I think that's what it's going to be. And, 2019 is not going to be a quarterback-heavy draft. It's a player position draft. So you want to get players that are going to provide depth. 2020 will be a great quarterback class, though, because you got Tua Tagovailoa and many others coming out in 2020. That is going to be a great draft class. But this year is more position players. And the Arizona Cardinals are going to go get Nick Bosa with the number one pick, which I like that pick. I think it's going to be a very smart pick, and I think that many people will really like that. And next year, who knows? I might be in Arizona next year, go see this Steelers team play the Cardinals. You never know. Are there any other thoughts I really want to get out of the way real quick? Mention the Steelers, what they need to do, free agency, who we need to sign. Yeah, and good thing is with the Steelers, we're in the top 5 for free agency cap because we're actually going to have a really good amount of cap space this year, and I think we should go get some free agents. I know Ben's going to want to do it because I think 2019 is his last year. Realistically, I think 2019 will be Ben's last year if we can get a good run. Do I think the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl? They have a good shot at it, but I just think if their defense can get fixed, the defense plays good, they can do it. But the problem is Andy Reid's holding them back. That's how I feel. I think Andy Reid's going to hold this team back. But I could be wrong. Patrick Mahomes could go to the Super Bowl, but I think someone, either the Chiefs or the Chargers, had the best odds of winning the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is pretty good. The problem is their defense is pretty garbage. The Chiefs' defense is really bad. And that's the problem with the AFC this year. It's completely wide open. I think this is the year Philip Rivers can make his mark and get his first Super Bowl ring. Because I would love to see that. That's a great story. You have a good coach, and Anthony Lynn, who's a really underrated head coach, has probably the best win percentage in his first 2 years that I can remember. Other than Mike Tomlin, he has probably had the same kind of run. Wait, no, because Mike Tomlin, I think, was 1 win better than Anthony Lynn. So the Chargers, I think, can realistically make the Super Bowl. I definitely see a lot of the 2008 Steelers in the Chargers this year. But going on the road for 3 games is not going to be easy, but I think they can really do it. And I'd love to see the Chargers hoist the Lombardi Trophy in February. That would be nice. Because Philip Rivers, it's time for him to win the Super Bowl. And people are like, oh, we want to see Drew Brees win. We have to see Drew Brees win. Drew Brees and the Saints are not going far. I'm sorry. They'll probably go to the NFC Championship, but the Seahawks are going to give them a good run, and I think the Rams could definitely beat them. But you know what probably I could see happening, though? I could see the NFL doing something to where they want an all-Los Angeles Super Bowl because there is going to be the new stadium opening up in a few years, so you never know. Any other final questions before I get off here? Because, yeah, I'm going to get some sleep and get ready to focus on hockey season because unlike the Steelers, the Penguins are actually doing well right now, so yeah, I got the Penguins actually doing really well, so that's pretty much what I'm going to focus on for the most part is hockey. Hockey, lacrosse, soccer, flag football, reffing for reffing. Hockey will be fun to watch. You got the Rangers-Penguins game coming up this Wednesday. Can't go wrong with that. Realistically, you can't go wrong with that. But anything else? Any other comments, guys? Or anything else? All right, well, if that's going to be it, thank you guys all for watching my little thoughts video on the final Steelers video for a long time. I'll probably be back next year. Actually, yeah, technically next year, August 2019. I actually did get one more question here. Do I like Marcus Mariota? Yeah, I like Marcus Mariota, and I think the problem was if he would have played against the Colts tonight, he would have won. No, I don't think the Titans should get rid of Marcus Mariota. I think that the Titans should keep him because the 2015 draft where it was Jameis and Marcus was the way better quarterback. Just be honest. Jameis hasn't done anything. He's going to be gone after this offseason. I think he's going to get cut. But yeah, I think Tennessee should really keep Marcus Mariota because they literally were 1 game out from making the playoffs this year. I think Tennessee needs to keep him if they want to compete for next year because the good thing with the AFC South is the Texans, Colts, and Titans are all going to compete next year. AFC North, you got the Browns and Steelers because I think Baltimore's going to slump and the Cincinnati's not going to be that good either. AFC East, until Tom Brady retires, it's their division, but look out for the Bills. The Bills have some good pieces in there, and I think they can definitely make a run next year if they improve a few pieces. Their offense is not bad, especially with Josh Allen. AFC West, Chiefs and Chargers, until the Raiders actually do something with their draft picks. But give the Raiders a few years, I think they can do something, but that's pretty much my main thoughts on the AFC. Yeah, they do need more healthy players. I will say that. Tennessee, if they had healthy players, they would have probably made the playoffs this week, especially with the Steelers. I think if we had James Conner healthy against the Raiders, against the Patriots, against the Saints, we could have made the playoffs. But I'm just glad we didn't because you know what? It gives us time to really put Tomlin on the hot seat. Because if Tomlin screws up next year, oh boy, it's going to be hell on loose. But yeah, I think Tomlin should be fired to go to Tampa Bay, but it's not going to happen. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Any other thoughts, let me know in the comments below. And that's going to do it. See you guys for my playoff predictions, which will be, I'm not sure when, but will be coming up. Also, another video I'm doing Tuesday, New Year's Day, I'm doing a best of NXT video. It will be the NXT matches of 2018, which my list is already done, so that'll be it. Do I think the Cowboys will only be in it? It's going to be tough to say. That game against the Seahawks will be a good game, though, to watch this Saturday. It'll be a good game to watch. But I probably won't care about the playoffs this year because my team's not in it. But overall, see you guys later. Stay awesome. Go Steelers, but fuck my Tomlin, Keith Butler.